Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to make one of these really cute 3D beaded pineapples. This is what it looks like if you use bigger seed beads, but today I'm going to show you how to make the matching earring for this one here. So you'll need size 11 seed beads, and these are Miyuki Matte Opaque Pale Pumpkin. And I'm also using Preciosa seed beads, size 11, soft gold matte, and Preciosa seed beads, size 11, opaque yellow luster, and finally Preciosa seed beads, size 11, matte green metallic. And then you'll also need your beading needle and your thread. I'm using fireline. And if you want to make it into an earring, you'll need your earring findings. So let's get started. So you're going to start by threading your needle, and then you're going to pick up 10 beads alternating between the yellow and the orange. So you'll have 10 beads like that, and slide those down and leave a few inches for your tail so that you can sew it back in at the end. Okay, and then you're going to sew through all of those beads again. So you'll have this, and then you're going to go through one more bead just to pull it together. And then you should have this little circle. Now we're going to be adding, making groups of 4 on each of these beads. So we're going to start by picking up, going to pick up 3 gold beads. Coming out of the yellow one in this direction, you're going to go into the opposite side of the bead and through that next orange bead as well. So now we've got our first group of 4. This time we're going to pick up 1 gold and 1 orange bead. And coming out of this orange bead here, we're going to go down through this gold one on the side, through the orange one that we're coming out of, and also through the next bead in the circle, which is a yellow. So you should have something that looks like this. Now we're back on a yellow bead, so this time we're going to pick up 2 gold beads. So you picked up 2 gold beads, and you're coming out of the yellow, you're going to go down through the gold on the side, through the yellow that you're coming out of, and through the next bead in the circle, which is the orange bead. So now you've got this. So now you're coming out of an orange bead, and we're going to pick up this time 1 gold and 1 orange, and you're going to go into that gold bead that's on the side and through the orange one that you're coming out of and through the next one in the circle, the yellow bead. So that you have this. Now you're exiting out of a yellow bead, so you're going to pick up 2 gold beads this time. And go down through the gold one on the side, through the yellow one that you're coming out of, and through the orange one next to that. So you've got this. This time coming out of an orange bead, so you're going to pick up 1 gold and 1 orange, go down through that gold one on the side, through the orange one that you're already coming out of, and through the yellow one next to that. This time pick up 2 gold beads, coming down through this gold one, through the yellow one, and the next one, which is the orange. So we have this time pick up 1 gold, 1 orange, down through that gold one on the side, through the orange one that you're coming out of, and the next one, the next yellow bead. So now we're coming out of yellow, so you're going to pick up 2 gold beads, down through that gold bead on the side, through the yellow and through the orange. So now we're on the last bead of the circle. So all the other beads in the circle are now part of one of these little groups of 4 beads apart from this last one. So this time you're going to go straight up through that gold bead on the side there. And we're above an orange bead, so we're going to pick up an orange, go down through that one on the side and through the orange bead on the bottom. Oh. So down through the gold one and through the orange one. So now we've got this. Now you're going to move your thread up through one of the gold beads on the side, like that, and then through this orange bead here that's on the top. Now you're going to go through all of these beads that are on the outside, all 10 that are sticking out on the top. So, and following the pattern correctly, you should have alternating gold and orange. Okay, so I've gone through all of those beads that were on the outside edge, and when you pull it tight with both of your strings, it should come together like this. So that's our first row done, and to make the pineapple you're going to do 3 of those rows. So for this next row we're going to be alternating between yellow and gold this time instead of orange and gold. So above the orange beads a gold bead will always sit, and above the gold beads a yellow bead will sit. So we're doing the same thing we did on the row below, making groups of 4 from each of these 10 beads in the circle. Starting from this orange one that we're coming out of, you're going to pick up 3 gold beads, just like we did last time. Go through that orange one that you're coming out of and through the next one in the circle. This time it's going to be a gold bead. And you should have this, and they will probably sit up this time better because we've started building upwards. So now coming out of a gold bead, you're going to pick up 1 gold and 1 yellow bead. You're going to go down through that gold bead on the side there, through the gold bead that you're coming out of and through the next one in the circle, which is the orange. And now you've got this. So we're back to an orange bead, so we're going to pick up 2 gold beads this time, go down through that one on the side, through the one you're coming out of and the next one in the circle. Exactly the same as what we did in the row below. It's just a bit easier to hold it now and see what you're doing. So this time we're going to pick up 1 gold and 1 yellow. Coming out of this gold bead, go down through the one on the side, back through the one you're coming out of and through the next bead in the circle. So back to gold, pick up 2 gold beads and down through that one on the side and the one you're coming out of and the next one in the circle. And keep doing this all the way around. So this time I'm going to pick up 1 gold and 1 yellow, go down through those beads, and make sure I'm coming out of the next orange bead in the circle. Back to picking up 2 gold beads this time, and make sure you're coming out of the next gold bead in the circle. So pick up a gold and a yellow, go down through the one on the side, the one you're coming out of, and the next orange bead in the circle. Okay, we're nearly there. Picking up 2 gold beads this time, down through that one on the side, through the one you're coming out of, and through the final gold bead of the circle. And again, we're at the last bead. See if I can show you here. So we've got the 3 beads already, so this time we need to go up through this gold one on the side right near where we're coming out of, and we just need to add that bead on the top to complete that group of 4. In this case it's a yellow bead. So go down through the one opposite and through the one on the bottom, back up through the one on the side and pull it tight. Now we've got this, and you're going to sew through that top row of beads again, join all 10 of those beads together. When you've done that, pull it really tight, and now you've got this. So now we've only got one more row to do, and this time we're alternating between gold and orange beads again. Orange beads are going to sit above the gold beads are going to sit above the yellow beads. Okay, so I'm just going to speed through this final row. You're doing exactly the same thing again, but like I said, above the yellow beads this time will be the gold bead, and above the gold beads this time will be the orange bead. So we're coming out of a yellow, so we're going to start by this row by picking up 3 gold beads, and I'm coming out of this yellow bead here. I'm going to go into the bead on the opposite side and through the gold bead next to it. So now we're coming out of a gold bead, so we need to make sure that an orange bead sits on the top. So you're going to pick up 1 gold for the side and 1 orange for the top. Go down through that gold one right there that we just added, through the one that you're coming out of, and through the next yellow one in the circle. And you see how that orange bead is now sitting on top. So we're back to yellow, so this time pick up 2 gold beads, down through the one on the side, through the yellow one, and through the next gold one in the circle. Back to gold, so this time pick up 1 gold and 1 orange, go down through the one on the side, through the one you're coming out of, and the next yellow one. So whenever you're coming out of a yellow bead, you're always going to pick up 2 gold beads, and whenever you're coming out of a gold bead, you're going to pick up gold and orange, at least on this row. So that's what we're going to do until you get all the way to the end of the circle. So then again, when you get to the last bead of the row, like I am here, you go up through that one on the side, because you just need to add that final bead on the top. Got 2 gold beads either side, so it's going to be an orange bead. Go down through the one on the side, through the gold one on the bottom, and then move your string back up through the one on the side again, so that you're on the top. Pull both your strings really tight, and you're going to circle through those top 10 beads like we did on the other row. They should alternate orange and gold. And I'm actually going to go through them a couple of times because it's the last row of the main part of the pineapple, and I just want to make sure it's really pulled tight and secure. Okay, so now we've got this, and that is actually the main part of the pineapple finished. So then I'm going to show you how I make these spikes. Okay, so to begin with the green beads, we're going to do a bit of peyote stitch. So you're going to pick up one, you should be coming out of one of these on the top row. I'm coming out of an orange one. I'm going to skip the gold one, go through the next orange one in the circle, and then I'm going to do the same again. Coming out of the orange, skip the gold, go through the next orange. You're going to do that all the way around. So you're going to be adding 5 beads. So pick up one, coming out of an orange, go into the next orange one in the circle. Like so. And when you've got to the end of the row, go through that last orange bead and through the first green one that you added. And pull it tight. And then you're going to go through all of those green beads, just through the green ones. And it should close up like this. You should have a little star on the top. Okay, so now we're going to pick up 9 of our green beads. And you're going to go into the next green bead next to the one you're coming out of. So I'm coming out of this one, I'm going to go into this one next to it. Like that, and do the same again. Pick up 9. Picking up 9. Coming out of this one here. I'm going to go through the next one. And I'm going to do the same thing again. And I'm going to go this time, coming out of this one, I'm going to go through the next green bead and the green bead after that. And I'll tell you why I do that in a minute. And then I'm going to add one more set of 9 beads. So pick up 9 more beads. And we're coming out of this one. Pull that back so you can see. You're going to go through that last green bead there. That's the first one that we came out of. So now I've got these 4 floppy spikes. The reason that I don't do 5 and that I skip those 2 beads and put those 2 beads together is just because when I was making this one, when I did it with 5 stalks, it got a bit tight and a bit crowded up the top and it didn't have the same kind of effect. So that's why. You can add an extra stalk and do 9 beads in between all 5 of the beads on the top row, but that's why I grouped those last 2 together and just did 4 instead of 5. So I'm coming out of somewhere here. We're going to go back up through these first ones that we added, but we're only going to go up through the first 4. Through the first 4 beads. Oops. Ignore the 5th bead and go down through the last 4 beads. And through the next one on the bottom. Pull it tight. You should have this. So now you should be in a position to go up into the next spike through the first 4 beads. Again, you're going to ignore the 5th bead and come down through the last 4 beads and through the next one on the bottom in the circle. Pull it tight. So now you're ready to do the same thing to the next spike. You're going to go up through the first 4, if you can. Then you're going to ignore the 5th bead and go down through the last 4. Through the next one in the circle. Okay, and you'll have to go through another bead in the bottom circle as well, because that's the point where we skipped ahead and went through 2 beads at once. So then this is the last spike. I'm going to go up through the first 4, down through the last 4, and through one of those beads on the bottom circle so that I'm ready to move my piece. And what you want to do is manipulate your spikes and get them standing up where you want them to be, just by squeezing them up like this. And then what I've done on this one, I'll try and show you, is I've added some stitches. I don't know if you can see that thread right there. I've added some stitches between these spikes to hold them together, and that will just hold them upright. Going up into one of your spikes, only through 2 beads this time. So go up into one of your spikes through the first 2 beads, that. Pull them all up so you can see where you want it to sit, and then into the spike next to it you're going to go down through the first 2 beads in that spike next to it, like that, and that will hold those 2 together. And then just so that it's definitely secure, I'm going to go back up into this one again, move through it, and then connect it to the next one. Go back up through there, move through there, connect it to the next one, up through there, connect it to that one. So that's what you're going to do. That is completely optional, but it does just make them stand up straight. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I've gone ahead and looped through, joined them together where I want them to sit, because I do want them to kind of look natural as well. So this is what I've got. I've got my 2 pineapples. So now I want to add my earring hook to one of these. So this one that's kind of sitting in the middle. So I'm going to move my thread so that I'm coming out the top bead in that spike. So my thread's coming out of that top bead. Now I'm going to pick up 1 green bead, my earring hook, and another green bead, and so I'm coming out of this bead here, I'm going to come into it on the other side. Then we'll have this, and I'm actually going to sew through that a couple of times so that it's secure. So through the beads again, through the earring hook again, just to make sure it's really secure. And then once you've sewn through that a few times, you can go ahead and tie your knots and cut your strings. Okay, so once you've tied off your strings, then that's the finished earrings done. Of course you need to go ahead and make the other one. And this is what they turned out like. And again, I showed you briefly at the start, this is what it turned out like when I did it with size 8 beads, but to be honest I didn't really have the right colours. I would have thought that these colours, I used a yellow Picasso and then a bright yellow, I thought they would have been okay, but I actually really liked the way that the pumpkin and the gold and the yellow worked together to kind of give the effect. So this just shows that the colours can really make a big difference. And so I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and that you were able to make one of these really fun pairs of summery earrings. And please like this video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to see more of my videos. I've got a lot of fruit and vegetable videos on my channel already, and some more fun ones coming up soon. And comment down below anything else you'd like to see. I've got a long list of requests and things that I'm trying to work through, slowly but surely. So let me know anything else to add to that list down below, and follow me on Instagram at Beading by Hannah, and you can tag me there in pictures of anything that you make, and I'll share them with my followers, and I'd love to see them. I always love to see anything that you've made from my videos. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!